Hi, dear students. So today's session, I'll going to explain about image processing system or components of image processing system. Here, the purpose of this topic, if you want to process any image, some of the components it is required. So what are those components? So totally here we have 7 components we require to process an image. These are the basic, very essential components. Now, this today's session, I will going to explain one by one. So first, I will start with image sensors. That is what here is given problem domain. Is nothing but input image sensors to sense the image. For example, camera. Camera sense the image. So we can capture the image. The flash, that is nothing but light. That light energy converted into the electrical energy. That is what one type of energy conversion into the another type of energy. The finally all types of sensors are in the transducers. Final source is electrical because you want to represent. So here also same thing, can sense the image. And then specialized image processing hardware. If you want to do the image processing techniques, some kinds of tools it is essential. What kind of tool it is required? For example, MATLAB or Python or OpenCV, some kind of tools. It is very essential to process that. Along with that, some specialized system, computer system it is required. Higher end computers. So now we call as higher end i7 process. It is it's become very easy to process. Other than i7, some of the pros are also the support for that. But here, these i7 it is supporting. Very fast processing. That is what specialized image processing hardware. Some of the tools and some of these RDs, all these things to be considered. Now next, computers, of course. Along with that, CPU, hard disk, motherboard, these are the components. Then monitors. Computer it is required. I think I hope that computers means we have set of all the components, motherboard, keypad, monitors, CPU, within the CPU, some of the specialized hardware devices like that. And then to display the image, we can capture the image, we can process it and then display it. And how much data it is required for that. That is what we look into the mass storage. And to process it, already I told some of the tools it is essentials. Now, I will explain one by one. I will start from the image sensors. Image sensor is a physical device that is sensitive to the energy radiated by the object that we wish to capture. That is what the image sensors. For example, in case of digital video camera, the sensor produces an electrical output. Sensor produce an electrical output proportional to the light. So these sensors convert electrical energy, sorry, the light energy into the electrical energy. The electrical energy is the output. Input is flash. That is nothing but light energy. So proportionally convert into the light energy into the electrical energy. For example, CCD, charge coupled device. It is a one type of sensors. Then photodiode. Photodiode also is another type of sensors. These are all belongs to the image sensors. Now I'll come to the second part, specialized image processing hardware. So in the specialized image processing hardware, it consists of digitizer. So the captured image may be in the form of analog form, converted into the form of digital. That is what we call as a digitizer. And which converts output of physical sensing device into digital form. Physical sensing device into digital form, and it helps in removal of noise from the image. Suppose the input image have with noise, we are going to remove that noise. We are going to use some pre-processing technique or image restoration or image enhancement to remove the noise. And along with that, the specialized processing hardware consists of hardware and perform ALU operation, arithmetic logic unit. It performs arithmetical logical operation. And this hardware is also called as front-end system. And this unit perform function fast, gives faster throughput. Throughput means number of device or number of bits transmitted per second with respect to time. And then another component, as per the black diagram, totally we have 7 components. Now I'll come to the third component, computer. So image processing require intensive processing capability to handle large data. Means that we have to use higher-end system, i7 system, to handle large data. So computer to supercomputers are required. Normal computer to supercomputer, it is required. But higher-end computer, it helps to process an image. Then software. It consists of specialized module, some kinds of tools it is required, such as enhancing image, filtering image, MATLAB, OpenCV, such kinds of software it is required. And now we'll come to the fifth component, mass storage. Storage space is the most required in digital image processing system. It is very essential. This image processing system deals with thousands or millions of images. Have to store in the form of uncompressed data image, may take large space. Storage space for digital image processing system falls into the 3 major categories: short-term storage, online storage, archive storage. So what are these 3 types of storage? During image processing in computers, it's called as short-term storage. Then for relatively fast cell for frequent use, for example, drive, cloud, Dropbox, these are all nothing but online storage. Then archive storage. So archive means that it's characterized as infrequent access. Example, magnetic tapes and optical discs. Okay. And now we'll come to the sixth component of image processing, display. Display is a part of computer system. Sometimes it is necessary to have stereo display, 3D display. Some applications based on requirement. And then the last seventh component, hard copy. So you can take the print for these image, laser printer and digital printers. So I want to transmit this image. We have the networking facilities it is required. It helps in transmission. The key factor of image transmissions, the networking is very essential. So now including these networking, so totally we have 8 components to process an image, from input image to take camera and different components, minimum required component, all these things is very essential. Okay, I hope this class is useful and I'll try my level best to interact these through these video lectures. Okay, thank you one and all.